we need to confirm that angels are created and not eternal, in which case they would have no beginning, but we know that the only eternal being is God. We know angels are not eternal because God created them as well as all other things, according to Colossians 1:16 and Hebrews 1:7. So now we need to find out just when they were made. So let's look at the 7 days of creation. We know it's not day 7 because God didn't make anything on that day. In fact, he rested. It's not day 6 because animals and the first human was made then. It's not day 5 because that's when the birds and the sea creatures were made. Then we get to day 4. We might be onto something here. On this day, God made the 2 lights of the firmament, the greater and lesser light. But then it goes on to say something that catches our attention. He made the stars also. Following on from the astronomical theme of day 4, the stars are just another celestial body. But looking closer, stars are often used to refer to angels, like in Revelation 1:20, which says, "The 7 stars are the angels of the 7 churches," or chapter 12, where the tail of the dragon swept down 1/3 of the stars in heaven. Maybe the stars being referred to here are not just balls of gas, but heavenly beings. However, we run into a problem. In Job 38, God asked Job, "Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth?" And goes on to say, "When the morning stars sang together, and all the sons of God shouted for joy." This lets us know that angels, the morning stars, were present when God was establishing the earth. This godly information brings us past day 3, when the land and vegetation were made, and further back than day 2, when the expansive firmament was created. So all we're left with is day 1, where light was created and separated from darkness. But we're left with no more days of creation and still have not answered the question. Until, that is, Jesus, who is the eternal Son of God, answers the question. Speaking to some of the religious leaders, Jesus said, "You belong to your father the devil, and you want to carry out his desires. He was a M-word from the beginning." This gives us a huge clue, because where else in the creation story do we see the word beginning? Right at the start of the Bible, which says, "In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth." Before becoming the devil, Lucifer was a perfect angel when God created him. So, when were angels created? Angels were most likely created when the heavens were. They were created before the earth.